Let's not sugarcoat this. The season hasn't even tipped off yet, and the Sixers might already have a problem on their hands. I remember when the LeBron news first dropped, Sixers fans were walking around with that smug grin, feeling like they'd just pulled off the heist of the century, like finding a rare treasure at a garage sale. But here's the thing about deals that look too good to be true. They usually are. You know how it goes when something looks perfect on paper, but the price feels way too low? That's usually the moment you find out what you weren't being told. And that's exactly what's starting to play out with LeBron and the Sixers. Rich Paul just sent what sounds a lot like a warning shot to VJ Edgecombe about this coming season. And if you're a Sixers fan who actually cares about this kid's future, that should genuinely concern you. Rich Paul's message to Edgecombe was essentially, embrace this the right way. Don't let outside noise get in your head, and don't worry about your numbers dropping. Points don't matter, he said.
Second most benefactor is VJ Edgecombe. And the reason why I say that is because if he embraces it the right way and don't listen to anybody on social media channels.
Oh, you're only averaging 12.5 points this year.
That
yeah,
don't
right,
matter.
right. Does not matter.
Because points don't necessarily equate to a deal all the time. I think people get that's so confusing.
Now think about that for a second. You're asking a guy who averaged 16, 17 points a game as a rookie to accept dropping down to around 12. Suddenly, he's not the lead option anymore. He's the fourth or fifth guy on the totem pole. And look at where VJ Edgecombe actually comes from. Raised by a single mother in a small town in the Bahamas, a community of a couple thousand people, making do with a homemade hoop and living off a generator growing up. He worked his way to the NBA, and most nights was already becoming his team's second leading option. So ask yourself honestly, does a kid who came from that kind of determination not want to keep building towards stardom? Edgecombe is currently making $11.5 million. That sounds like serious money to most of us. But remember, this is the same Rich Paul who said $200 million isn't really a lot of money in today's NBA, pointing to 22-year-olds signing deals in that range. By that logic, $11.5 million barely registers.
22 making $200 million over the next 4 or 5 years. I got several of those guys, right? And
by the way,
but the reality of it is, I'm constantly telling them that's not a lot of money.
And here's the real issue. How do young players actually earn bigger paydays in this league? Through production. So if you're asking a player to intentionally scale back his role, you're also affecting his long-term earning power. Name one player who's ever landed a max contract as a team's fifth offensive option. It doesn't really happen. Does VJ not want to make an all-star team? Does he not want all NBA recognition? Maybe he even sees an MVP level ceiling for himself someday. That's the real difference between eventually qualifying for 25% of the cap versus 30%. The Derrick Rose rule matters here, and as an agent, Rich Paul knows that better than almost anyone. If I were representing VJ, I'd genuinely be frustrated hearing that kind of framing from Paul and Max Kellerman.
Averaging 12.5 points this year.
That
yeah,
don't
right,
matter.
right. Does not matter.
Because points don't necessarily equate to a deal all the time. I think people get that's so confused.
And here's what makes it feel inconsistent. If individual scoring truly doesn't matter, why did LeBron spend years chasing 40,000 career points and the all-time scoring record? Why did he fight so hard to protect his personal streak of double-digit scoring games? The same fans who will tell you points don't matter are the same ones bragging about him being the greatest scorer of all time. You can't have it both ways. Honestly, I feel for VJ in all this, because in a recent interview, he talked about growing up idolizing LeBron, saying it's part of why he started playing basketball in the first place, and that wearing the same jersey as him now means a lot. He just wants to win. That's a genuine, honest answer from a young player. The real question is whether he still feels that way in 5 or 10 years once he understands the environment he's stepping into. VJ is naturally outspoken and transparent, but the culture around a superstar like LeBron often rewards secrecy over honesty. There's actually a telling moment where VJ admitted that Tyrese Maxey wasn't fully straight with him about the recruitment. If you remember Rich Paul's now famous whiteboard of LeBron's potential destinations, Maxey's name was the only one with a star next to it. We also know LeBron and Joel Embiid had discussed his health history directly, and since Maxey already trains with LeBron every summer as a fellow Clutch client, he likely knew where things were headed well before it became public. When VJ asked Maxey directly whether he'd been part of the recruiting pitch, Maxey deflected, saying he didn't really know LeBron personally and had no idea what would happen. Looking back, VJ said he suspects Maxey knew the whole time and just didn't want to tell him, and he might be right. That's part of a larger dynamic here. The people around LeBron are often expected to keep information close, even from teammates, to protect the plan. That secrecy nearly slipped, too. Remember when a video leaked early and the team that posted it faced real consequences, including job losses over the timing? Right now, VJ is doing his media rounds, and reporters are clearly testing how candid he'll be about all of this, how much he's genuinely bought into the new setup. When asked how LeBron changes the team, VJ gave a diplomatic answer, acknowledging LeBron's impact, but also pointing out that people are forgetting they already added an MVP-caliber player in Jaylen Brown. He talked about now having 4 All-Stars, hopefully 5 eventually, and said his personal approach is simple: stay humble, ask questions, and learn from Embiid, Maxey, and Brown. Here's the honest truth about joining a team with LeBron. It's a completely different environment. Everyone has to adjust, defer, and figure out where they fit. VJ Edgecombe is about to learn a hard lesson that a lot of young players learn eventually. Not everyone around you is rooting for your individual success the same way you are, and not everyone will be fully transparent with you. There's a real risk of being treated like one of the guys still finding his footing, rather than an emerging star in his own right. We saw this exact dynamic play out with Kyrie Irving years ago, when he made it clear he had his own voice and his own relationship with Kobe Bryant, refusing to simply fall in line. Whether VJ can establish that same kind of independence remains to be seen. This is uncharted territory for him. He hasn't had to navigate this level of locker room politics, deflection, or public scrutiny before. I genuinely cannot wait to see how this season unfolds. Let me know in the comments, do you think VJ Edgecombe can hold his own playing alongside LeBron James? Do you think Rich Paul's comments were really a warning? Drop your thoughts below, hit like, and subscribe for more.